My goal in the classroom, and it always has been, is try to get them to talk about the materials.
The main idea that I have for this course is theory and practice together.
I'd rather take them into the field and put them into the trenches, literally.
I always find it very helpful to show my students what I'm working on.
I'm very much craft-oriented, mind you.
Global studies is about how to have the skills to ask the questions, to make the connections.
So by learning Japanese, they started to learn how people think differently.
That's, to me, a successful class, is if the student is so excited about a topic that they go out on their own and try and find more information about it. And so I think, okay, I've got some students doing that, how do I get more doing that?
I believe all students have great potentials to be successful if individually motivated and treated with respect and fairness, and expected to rise toward that potential.
I teach so that students will become informed, ethical, and effective participants in the civic lives of their communities.
The key is to be able to ask the important questions and to make sense of the world that you live in. That's why I teach philosophy, because I think that's important.
I want them to take away an understanding of the complexity of difference.
If you can have a positive impact on one or two students in the classroom, you have accomplished something.
I don't think there's any better measurement or any better reward for a teacher when a student comes back and says, now I understand.
In my class, I'm hoping that we're using media to connect with each other, to break from isolation.
I really want people to express their position and have freedom to do that, and believe me, it happens. Yeah.
I think for all of my students, I want them to walk away from my classes telling themselves, I fit in this history, I make an impact.
The moment at which I stopped feeling ashamed about who I was like a really important moment, and really changed my life in terms of the kinds of things that I could do intellectually to affect change, those kinds of things. So I feel like that possibility exists with students too.
I take great satisfaction in helping people become their best selves.
I mean, teaching is one of those jobs that I would do it probably if you didn't even pay me, you know, but I don't tell anybody that. Yeah.
I think of myself as a learner too. In the classroom, I listen to them.
Being a college professor is great because I get to learn and keep learning.
I learned so much from my former students, because sometimes I thought this is probably this is going to be a great exercise, and then it didn't go well.
I set up my class always with a lot of questions, and sometimes I build them into my presentation. Sometimes it just occurs to me, well, what do they actually know, or what do they think about this, or does that really relate to them?
As a community of learners, we just have conversations that matter. They're wonderful, exciting. Every class is new. I drive home totally charged up.